Hello, TOEFL students. So far, we have learned 10 skills for TOEFL structure questions 1 through 15. So today, we're going to review those skills. Skill 1 is that a subject and a verb make a clause. Remember, you only need a connector if you have 2 or more clauses. Skill 2 is that objects of the preposition cannot be subjects. Skill 3 is about present participles. Present participles are those ing words, and they can be a verb or an adjective. If you see a be verb in front of the present participle, then it's a verb. If you do not see a be verb in front of the present participle, then it is an adjective. Skill 4 are about past participles, and past participles can also be a verb or an adjective. Skill 5 are the coordinate connectors. These connectors can connect 2 clauses or other structures, like 2 nouns or 2 adjectives. Skill 6 are the adverb clause connectors. Skill 7 are noun clause connectors, and Skill 8 are noun clause connector subjects. Remember, for Skill 8, these words can be both the connector and the subject in the sentence. Then Skill 9 is adjective clause connectors, and Skill 10 are adjective clause connector subjects. Once again, these can be both the connector and the subject of a sentence. For these skills, the ones about connectors, you really want to memorize what connectors are used for each, so that you can identify the connector on the exam. All right, let's do some work. These are the strategies for structure questions 1 through 15. Don't look at the answers right away. Identify the subjects and verbs first. Remember, objects of prepositions cannot be subjects. What are objects of prepositions? They're the first noun after a preposition. Prepositions are words like on, to, or with. Also, you should remember the word order: connector, subject, verb, object. Think about how many clauses there are. If you have 1 clause, you do not have connectors. If you have 2 clauses, then you have 1 connector. Think about reduced adjective clauses. Identify what is missing in the sentence and use this information to eliminate the obviously wrong answers. One rule that can help you on this part of the exam is the comma rule. The comma rule says that the main subject and verb can only be separated by 2 commas, not just 1 comma, 2 commas. For example, my class at 9 a.m., comma, which is TOEFL, comma, is full. The main subject is my class. The main verb is. And they are separated by 2 commas. Now let's look at 3 examples. The first thing we do on this part of the exam is identify the subjects and verbs and find what is missing in the sentence. So, number 1, I don't see a subject, but I see a verb, is. So that means this sentence needs a subject. Okay, now let's look at the answers and eliminate the obviously wrong answers. Well, Boy, cat, and dog all start with a connector. But we have only one clause with only one subject and one verb, so we do not need a connector. Therefore, our answer has to be apple. It is the only answer with just a subject. Number 2. It starts with a subject, some scientists, and then a verb, think, and then look. Here we have be, which is an infinitive without to. That's kind of unusual. When do we have an infinitive without to? We can have this after modal verbs. So, we know that we probably need a modal in our answer. What else does our answer need? Our answer should have a connector, then a subject, and then a modal verb. Now, let's look at the answers and eliminate the obviously wrong answers. We can see that boy has a subject but no connector, so that is not our answer. Cat has a subject, Pluto, and then a connector, that, and then a modal verb. But this is the wrong order. We need a connector and then a subject. So this is not the answer. Now, let's look at apple. We have a connector and a subject, but then there's another verb, seem. This is not a modal. This does not work with our be up here. So this is not our answer. Therefore, dog has to be our answer. There's a connector, a subject, and then a modal right here. Number 3. We have oil lamps here, but this comes after a preposition, so that is not our subject. Our subject is this, tools, and then a verb, were made. Okay, so we have one subject and one verb. So then our answer needs to have either a connector, a subject, and a verb, or something different. And look, right before our answer is the word with. With is a preposition, so our answer will probably be something different, an object of the preposition. Remember, an object of the preposition is the first noun that comes after a preposition. So our answer will need to be a noun. Now let's look at our answers and eliminate the obviously wrong answers. Apple is a past participle. Remember skill 4. A past participle can be a verb or an adjective. We need a connector, subject, and a verb. This does not have that. Or something different. An adjective is something different. But remember, we have this preposition. So we need a noun to be the object of the preposition. We do not need an adjective. Cat has a subject and verb but no connector. Dog also has a subject and verb but no connector. And remember, we have a preposition here, so we want an object of a preposition. Boy, the appearance is a noun. It will be our object of the preposition. So our answer is boy. Now it is your turn to finish the rest of the sentences. Make sure you follow the structure strategies for questions 1 through 15. Do not look at the answers right away. First, identify the subjects, verbs, and connectors. Then, determine what's missing in the sentence. Use this to eliminate the obviously wrong answers. As always, if you have any questions about this work or any of the skills, you can send me a message and I'll help you. Good luck!